Hello and welcome back to the channel and another video. So when I talk to a lot of people in China, they often mention something called high tea, and today we're taking you for a high tea, a British high tea. Now for this we are going to a town, a market town, not too far away from where I'm living at my parents at the moment, and it's a place called Stamford. And it's a town that dates back many years. In fact, there's some brick buildings from the 16th and 17th century there, and there's some wooden buildings even before that. And apparently the first road there was constructed by the Romans, so it is very old, and we'll give you a bit of a look around that. But we're going to a specific place there called the George Hotel, and this high tea was a present from me and the grandchildren to my mum and dad for their wedding anniversary, but they've invited me to come along and join them to partake in it, so I'm taking you along as well. Right, we've arrived in Stamford and it's a really nice sunny day, so before we go and find the George Hotel we'll have a quick look around Stamford itself. As I said before, it is a market town. They have a market here on a Friday and a Saturday. There's approximately 20,000 people live in the town. Yeah, it's a lovely town, as you'll see in a minute. So this is the main high street of Stamford, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of the sort of big name stores here, although it still retains its character as a very traditional market town. And there's over 50 listed buildings in Stamford, which means they can't be altered without sort of extra special planning permission from the local council. So it helps the town retain its original sort of old style character, because you're not allowed to alter listed buildings. And it's a town that's extremely popular with tourists. You get as I said before, there's only about 20,000 people live here, but you'd think there was a lot more than that because it obviously fills up with tourists, and there's loads of like little cafes and eating places and all that kind of stuff here. And then sort of in the centre of Stamford is the George Hotel, which is where we're going to go for the high tea. And right behind me now on the corner here, this is the George Hotel, so we're going to go in and get a space seat. Hopefully we can find somewhere outside in the shade to sit, which will be really nice. So we found ourselves a nice spot outside in the shade. We're going to have a sit down here and then order our high tea. Okay, so our high tea has arrived, and as you can see we have some sandwiches up at the top here, and then next layer down we've got a selection of cakes. I see some Battenberg cake on there, which is one of my favourites. And then right at the bottom, we've got some fruit scones, and this is something again which is very British. And to go on those scones, we have jam, which looks like a strawberry jam, and something called Clotted Cream, which is a very special type of cream. It's quite sweet and it's very thick. And Clotted Cream is produced in Cornwall. Well, it's produced in more places than that, but it originates from Cornwall. So I've got a smoked salmon sandwich on a brown bread. One of my favourites actually. Sandwich is finished, onto the desserts before finally moving on to the scones. Actually, there's always a bit of controversy with Clotted Cream scones about which you put on first. Do you put the jam on first, or do you put the cream on first? So a lot of people say you put the cream on first and then the jam, and other people put the jam on first and then the cream. Personally, myself, I'm a cream on first kind of guy, so that's what's going on first, and the jam will go on top of the cream. Barrett fruit scones with clotted cream and jam. Very nice. Sweet but nice. So it's kind of funny because whenever I'm in China and I bump into new people and they find out I'm British, they often will ask about high tea. And it seems that a lot of Chinese think that it's something that's eaten every day by British people. And in fact, that's not the case. I don't think it's ever been the case. I think in the many years ago, it was wealthy families who would have high tea, and more so when they would have guests to their house. But these days in England, normal, regular families won't have a high tea. They may have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, but they certainly won't have high tea. It's more now of a special occasion thing. So like this, myself and my kids, we bought it for my mum and dad as an anniversary present, and I've helped them come down here because I think it would have actually been quite a lot for two people. It's gone round 3 quite easily. We haven't managed to eat it all, but we're all quite full and we've had a lovely afternoon here. Dad just sorting himself out with another cup of tea.
Another cup of tea?
So that finishes up our British high tea here at the George Hotel. It was such a lovely experience. The surroundings were nice, the company was great, the food was lovely, and if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. But as always, for now, take care. I say ta-ra.
Got lovely gardens at the back.
I say ta-ra, Brian.
Bye.
That was just a goodbye from me, mum and dad. So see you in the next one.